What's up, everybody? CTTV, Mr. Platano Man. We're here playing some Conquest. Now, this is the 64 player variation of Kaleidoscope. I don't know how to pronounce it. Kaleidoscope? Either way, DICE has announced that they're going to be making some changes to these maps and make them smaller and more constrained because people have complained about the distance between objectives and spawn bases. I do not think they should do that, especially not on the PlayStation 5 version, or next gen version rather. Let's take a look at this right now. As you can see, we have some objectives down there. We have an objective over there, two objectives over there, and this one over here. It takes strategy to move around this map efficiently. If you're in the middle of nowhere, you have options. If you could get to a high point, you could use the wingsuit. If you get to an enemy objective and you might not have another chance to get there, then you can simply put a spawn beacon. But I do not think they should scale back the maps. If anything, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I know people have been complaining, but like I said, there's some options. I just gotta cross the whole map by using Sundance. And it takes strategy from your team, and that will be improved with the voice chat. For example, when I first played the game, I had difficulty getting to certain objectives, especially in Breakthrough, because it was crazy. They're also talking about scaling back Breakthrough from 128 players to 64 because it's too chaotic. I love that chaoticness. Sometimes we dominate them, sometimes they dominate us, sometimes they defend well, sometimes we attack well. But as you can see, I'm currently at C1. So all I would have to do is go somewhere back here and put a spawn beacon. And now whether they capture it or not, I don't have to spawn in my base. It's pretty simple. Now you see me in between objectives. And this one's only 200 meters away. These are 300 meters away. That one's 600 meters. 350. They're not that far. The one that was 200 meters is already right there, and with Sundance you can maneuver pretty fast. If you're trying to get to a high point, you can spawn with Mackie and go somewhere high with his grapple hook, put a spawn beacon there. There's multiple options on how you play this game. Try to activate the wingsuit. And I feel like by them making too many changes, yes, it's player demands, but I do not want to lose the original designs of these maps. As far as scale goes, the original designs are incredible. There should be different versions of, if they want to do that, keep the original version and then add a different version. I understand the cover issues when it comes to open field, but it's not that difficult to maneuver around the map. Look at the beauty of this map. Do not scale it down, and especially do not scale it down for Hazard Zone. Maneuvering around the map in Hazard Zone is one of the most beautiful things. Alright, so now let's see the differences in this version and the 64 player version. Alright guys, so this is the version of the map on last gen consoles, the 64 player version. It literally cuts off the bottom half of the map. As you can see, objectives are close. What I can see them doing, and I recommend they do, is these bases where you spawn, spread them out to different sections. Have like multiple, like 5 different ones. I think they did that well in Battlefield 5. They have multiple areas you can spawn, especially the really huge maps. And that's it. But do not scale back the map. The map is gorgeous. You need to get from point A to point B. Use a vehicle. Use spawn beacons. Spawn on your teammates. Get creative. Take strategy. Let's take a look at this map so you can see the distance. So these objectives you saw on the next gen version are not accessible. Neither are those skyscraper objectives. You only have this half of the map. Strategy plays a part. Use your wingsuit. Use your grapple hook. Use your insertion beacon. And the next time you need to get across the map, you will get across almost effortlessly. Now I'm going to take a look at breakthroughs variations. I played both versions. But as I said, look, I got to get to B1. I'm at B1. Oh, all right, breakthrough. So there's also talk of them shrinking the player base for breakthrough from 128 players to 64 players permanently. I do not want this. Your job is to pry each objective from their control. We aren't equipped for a prolonged battle. This is actually the 64 player version. I meant to put the 128 player version. But for this version, you have to run across this open field and get to the objectives. A1, A2. Then it goes to the middle, and then it goes to the high-rise buildings. So 3 sectors. Somebody said it was too chaotic. I used to struggle to succeed in breakthrough. And then I figured out the secret. Look at this open field we have here. Take the objectives and expect the hostiles to fall back. That's what they complained about. Open field, lack of cover. There's plenty of cover. But again, it takes strategy. What I started doing whenever I struggle and breakthrough is that. I advise my squad mates to do the same. And before you know it, we were pushing the objectives with force. So to look at the map again, it's still only half of the map because it's 64 players. The 128 player variation starts all the way on the left side that's not on the map by one of the skyscrapers. I'm just gonna show you in a moment when I spawn in. Maybe I'll spawn in the vehicle so you guys can see a better view. So this one, you have to get from here to there across this dangerous field. As you can see, the smoke grenade got them in. And look, the teammates are putting smoke grenades. Smart bots. Then you got to make your way here. And then you got to make your way back over there. It's very balanced. It's intense. It's chaotic. Sometimes the defenders win. Sometimes the team assaulting wins. On the next gen version, it's extremely insane because the first 2 objectives, one of them is in here, and you start like right here basically. So you guys got to rush this building, and the other team starts right behind the building, and then the other 2 objectives are over here. Or maybe I'm labeling them wrong. We're gonna see in a moment. But then it moves towards the middle. Then it moves over there. It just covers more scale for the larger amount of players. But as I said, do not fix what isn't broken. Yeah, I was right. It starts over there on this section. Look, there's only like 4 little islands. Actually 2 halves. The map design is beautiful. I can't reiterate that enough. I'm gonna make more videos like this covering the different maps. But when all else fails, you wingsuit. You dive. Oh, you throw smoke grenades. You run inside. You put a spawn beacon. And guess what? You'll be able to maneuver into places. Alright, let's check out the 128 player version. Alright, so this is the 128 player version. As you can see, The 64-player version starts on this side, goes to the middle, and then comes back to these buildings. The 128-player version starts in front of that skyscraper that I mentioned. And this one. We're currently defending. So we have limited vehicles. You get more vehicles depending on the section. Now this is how I maneuver. Because that's the whole point of this whole thing. Being able to maneuver. Zip line. Before spawning in, I saw there was an enemy somewhere here. Let me call in my ranger and send them to defend that location. So that if the enemy does come from that side, he's able to come. Now, let me... Damn it! Oh, look, my ranger freaking killed him. Assuming that that's who it was. Strategy, people. But now, I can't get a medic up to me. The next strategy will be not to bleed out. Because if you bleed out, your ranger dies. So now, just be patient. Just wait. See if your ranger can get another kill. And then kill you and your ranger. I meant to put a spawn beacon on top of there. Actually, I could do even better. I could spawn at this base. The main base. Try to zip line my way up. Oh, I almost had it. Objective Alpha 2 under attack. There you go. I got it. So then you move as close as you can. It seems like a lot of work, but I was just using this as an example. When this game starts, you have access over here. What's the point of capturing objectives if they're gonna make it easier for you to get to said objective? Now I'm just gonna kill myself. Broke my legs. So if they do scale down on the maps and make it easier to capture the objectives because they're closer and so forth, then it takes away that scale. That scale that I paid money for. I paid $120, I think, for this game. And I want that next-gen experience, and I've been getting it through these maps. Now, yeah, I jumped off the lowest corner. So I could have been made it over there without doing all of this. But how about you give us the option to swim underwater? Okay, it almost worked. I want that. Oh, they're trying to shoot me. And I wasted my spawn beacon. But again, smoke grenades. Look, we're capturing it back. Take cover and then run towards the smoke. No. Let me just get clarification. That was an AI soldier. But look, teammate put one here. Perfect. Now I don't even have to come in. See, I think that's what EA intended, or DICE intended, when they designed these maps. I think they intended for people to make use of all the gadgets, all the equipment, including spawn beacons. I'm gonna spawn on his. Vehicles. Yeah, I'm gonna spawn on his. So, oh, they found it. Oh, he put another one there. That's why. Mine is still here too. Watch me try to rush this base.
Grenade! Attempting to control Alpha 1. Swords are down.
I'm a little rusty. I haven't played in a few days. But it's okay. With each spawn, this is the point of breakthrough. We get closer. And right now we're defending. It really should be their job to get closer. Oh, I hope that wasn't my spawn beacon. If it is, it got disabled. No, it's still there.
Hostiles are trying to seize one of our objectives. Grenade going up.
Look down. Oh, I thought, my bad.
They've expended roughly 50% of their resources.
What killed me? I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna do videos like this for each map, just to showcase the differences before they change the maps. And like I said, with the scale of these maps, I think each map deserves its own video. Strategy. Almost. One tap. One tap. There you go. Get the next one. Perfect. How did he get up there? There you go. Now, we can put our spawn beacon up here. And that's what it is. Whoever complains about the game early on enough to make DICE want to change the map design, I suspect that they didn't think about using strategy. I never get to witness this. Oh, crap. Ah! I knew they were coming up. I never get to witness that giant tower collapsing.
Getting attacked on Alpha 1.
Does it fall on a direction depending on how you blow it up? I've been wanting to see this. Oh shoot. It looks like it's falling straight to me! Oh no! Oh my god. I wonder if that killed anybody. That was so worth it. Alright, well, I still have my spawn beacon up there. But yeah, if people think it's too difficult to move around the map, it takes time, it takes strategy, it takes effort. It takes effort. Like I said effort already, but that's how true it is. It's not just gonna, it's war. Look at Ukraine right now, holding off Russia. And that's real war. My heart goes out to the Ukrainian people. Ukrainian people, not Iranian. But, not that I'm not with the Iranian people. That was just a pun based off the State of the Union. But my point is, it takes strategy. It takes scale. It takes war. That's why they haven't been able to get through. And you know what? I'm going to make it... Oh, I was going to say I'm going to make it more difficult by lifting that bridge. But this is the experience that I paid for. And now DICE is threatening to change that. When it comes to improving the game, yes, they should add classes, because a lot of people want that.
An objective is under attack.
Yes, they should add armies, more weapons, and so forth. But the maps, and they should add more cover, like vehicles and debris. And I think they could explain that within the story. I mean, look at this. Look at all that stuff. The map did not look like that. It got to that point.
Hostiles are trying to seize one of our objectives. They've taken Alpha 1.
Damn it! Fucking elevator. But please, DICE. Do not change it. Look, we almost won. They got 100 left, and now they're gonna get more desperate.
EMG active. Tracking.
Friendly, targeting Alpha 1.
Explosive.
Almost. I like throwing C5 on top of somebody's head. They have 15% remaining. And don't think, oh, this is why they need to change it. Look how hard it is for them to capture the objective. When I'm running with my squad, we capture this objective in 2.5 seconds. Okay? We usually go for A2 first. Ooh. I'm trying to cover up the spawn beacons. I wasn't trying to revive them. So, we cover these objectives pretty fast. Clearly, they're not doing their job at A2. Oh, we got a vehicle. I think EA designed the game this way to complement the vehicles, the gadgets, the strategy it takes to dominate a game. And I don't think I'm the only one that feels this way. So please, DICE, don't change the maps. And if you do, have two versions. Like, you don't know which one you're going to load into. A lot of people like the infantry of like Operation Metro and the close quarters. And let's think back to Battlefield 5. They had Strategic Conquest. And what was the other one called? It was Strategic Conquest and I can't remember. I'm gonna make a return to Battlefield 5. It's my favorite Battlefield.
We got a job to do. Let's do it.
We're capturing it. Oh no, they're coming. I try to go up, and that's it. We won. What was it in Battlefield 5? Strategic Conquest, and was it just Conquest and then Strategic Conquest? But either way, one of them set up the maps in a more open format. It picked the more open maps. The other one had the maps that were more closed in for infantry and tight skirmishes. They could do the same thing in this game, except instead of splitting up the maps and putting half of the maps on one server and half of the map on the other server, which was a little annoying in Battlefield 5 because you need to decide which ones you want, have all the maps on both, but have a streamlined infantry based version on one and have these original maps. And that's it. That's all I have to say. Next time, I'll do another map. So, that was South Korea, Breakthrough and Conquest. Next time, I'll do one of the other maps. These maps are huge and they're gorgeous. Do not make them any smaller. Tactical. That's what it was called. Tactical Conquest. So have both versions have every single map instead of splitting them up per server. Strategic Conquest, keep the original maps. Wide open, huge maps. Tactical Conquest, having more streamlined, more infantry, more gunfire, more up close. That's it. Please, DICE, do not change these maps. Strategic Conquest, Tactical Conquest. Every map just have two different variations and still keep the 64 player. That's it, man. The video dragged on. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos. Peace.